Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Now, as you know, Thomas and the Magic Railroad is a 2000 fantasy adventure film which was pretty much written and directed by Britt Elcroft, and pretty much was meant to be based not only on the Thomas and Friends series but also Shining Time Station. So it's kind of like doing a different adaptation from the whole Thomas the Tank Engine series, and I can kind of see where Brett was trying to go with the series, like trying to make her own alternative take. And I think there is some good ideas, but it feels like there is some wasted potential. So in the film version of the Magic Railroad, we see how, the island of Solendal is another sort of alternative world, and we do kind of see how, Mr. Conductor, played by Alec Baldwin, travels between the island of Solendal and basically our world, which is at a train station called Shining Time. I think it's not a bad idea, like, kind of having this other world and kind of having, like, Miss Conductor being, like, one who goes from one world to the next. And we do kind of see how, Miss Conductor learns to his dismay that the evil Diesel 10 is back looking for revenge and is after a special steam engine who is known as Lady. And I think for the most part, Diesel 10's character isn't too bad, because I think the way I see him is that big, over-the-top bully who's come back looking for round two. And I think for the most part the film really does try to hit the emotional levels, because I think when you also have, Burnett Stone, who's meant to be the steam engine lady's old caretaker, you can kind of tell from his actions, his sort of behaviour, that he felt like he failed Lady after something that happened to her. And you can tell does regret failing to take care of her properly. And we do kind of see how, Lily is determined to try and help her grandfather, but also helping Mr. Conductor, as well as his lazy cousin, Mr. C. I think there is a good idea deep down, but I feel like the plot is just trying to take too much, but not taking time what to know with the story. But I give it credit that they are faithful towards the sort of Thomas, Henry, as well as James Gordon and that designs, and not trying to tweak them too much, but still keep them to what their old designs are. And I think having newer voices to kind of distance themselves from the old ones made sense, giving them a different feel, a different tone, and a way to kind of give them a bit more of a different personality. I think there is a good idea deep down, and I kind of think, the way I do see Lady is kind of meant to be like that Pokemon Legendary you would see in a movie, where they'll disappear for a few scenes and then just never get heard from again. I think at least with Pokemon Season 1, you had more time to see Mewtwo in some of the episodes before the events of the movie. So it was always kind of linked, and you understood why Giovanni had this sort of Mewtwo-like Pokemon. And I kind of give it credit, like, I feel like when they do leave clues and hints, you can tell Miss Conductor is trying to find out what's happening with the gold dust, as well as worrying about the possibilities of what can happen to his world, as well as the island of Solendal. And I think they really do hit the kind of possible levels of not wanting to sort of see both worlds get crumbled or end up things getting destroyed. I think there really was an intention to do something bigger with the film. I think, it's an interesting idea having the island of Solendal as a sort of other world. I think there really was an intention by Brett to do something different with the series, but it just feels like, some characters do feel a little like wasted potential, and it feels like some things were just thrown in at the last moment. But I think to me, Thomas and the Magic Railroad is kind of an okay film. There is some good ideas, but I just think it's not something that I don't think a lot of Thomas the Tank Engine fans will come back to. But I think it still deserves thumbs in the middle. Kind of okay, but not a bad idea. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.